Hood, Outlaws, and Legends is an upcoming PvPvE medieval action online multiplayer game. It does have some RPG elements to it, but it's not exactly an RPG. In this video, I'm going to go over what this game is, the playable classes, a bit about the maps, and more. If you end up enjoying this video, please subscribe, for I do all sorts of fantasy medieval RPG content on this channel. We're on the road to 50K and we're almost there. I really appreciate your guys' support. Let's get right into it.
We are all outlaws.
Hood, Outlaws, and Legends is coming out on May 10th for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X. It will be coming out on the Steam and Epic Store for PC. If you pre-order the game right now, you will get early access to it on May 7th. The base game will cost only $29.99, and if you want the game with the Year 1 Battle Pass, you can get that for $49.99. In Hood, you will be playing as an outlaw, stealing back riches unfairly taken from the people. Yep, it's basically Robin Hood, and you will be doing so with a team of 4, facing off against an enemy team of 4 players, attempting to accomplish the same objective as your team. It won't be straight 4v4 style arena combat though. Both teams will be fighting against the state, which is the enemy NPCs on the maps. In fact, if you are stealthy enough, it's even possible to complete your mission without even fighting the enemy team, but probably highly unlikely. For those of you who have played the game called Hunt Showdown, you will already be familiar with this competitive type of PvPvE game style. In Hunt Showdown, there are 5 teams of 2, each of which work to complete a bounty that is PvE based. If a team kills their NPC bounty target, they then have to extract from the map while all the surviving teams attempt to stop them. In Hood, Outlaws, and Legends, it's similar to this, but with only 2 teams of 4 doing a heist type mission in a medieval setting. This heist mission will consist of stealing a vault key from a powerful NPC called the Sheriff, who can supposedly kill a man in a single blow. This sheriff will also be protected from a squad of elite guards. If your team can infiltrate the enemy territory, locate the sheriff, and steal the key before the enemy team does, you can now head out to retrieve the chest. It is of course possible that the enemy team is waiting for you to step into their ambush to take the key for themselves. It is said that the treasure is hidden deep within formidable towering fortresses that will require skill, teamwork, and tactical foresight to infiltrate. Each treasure building is a maze of locked rooms and armed guards, protected by the mysterious and near invisible sheriff. Once a team acquires the key and finds and unlocks the vault to the chest, the guards on the map will now be on high alert. This chest must be taken to one of the many extraction points on the maps. Once again, if you do beat the enemy team to the chest, they could already be setting up to ambush you, or maybe your team just flat out beats them to it and they're scrambling to desperately find you. Once your team finds the extraction point, the chest must be winched out and you have to defend its position. At this point in the game, you will not only have the enemy team coming to stop you, but also the deadly sheriff. So it seems like your team could be doing really good, showing great teamwork and skill, and then out of nowhere battle erupts that might change the outcome of the game entirely. Sounds like a lot of fun if it actually works. So what's the point of winning besides the competitive satisfaction that a player might get? Between heists, you'll be visiting a place called the Hideout, where you can spend your stolen fortune. Here you can improve, alter, and refine your character's natural skills via a range of perks. Unlocking these perks will be done by earning experience, which comes from each heist, and you can then purchase the perks with the reward money. So it sounds like that even if you lose the heist, you and your team will still likely acquire some experience to help unlock perks, but of course you'll need money to actually buy them. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get any money from losing, but we'll find out soon enough. Your fortune money can also be used in Robin Hood fashion by giving some of it to the people that the state stole it from. Doing so will increase the range of items available to you in the shops in the Hideout. In the hideout, you'll also be able to further personalize your heroes with a range of new weapons and costumes. For some of the more prestigious costumes, you'll have to demonstrate your mastery of each character through both time investments and skill-based actions. I like hearing stuff like this, especially the skill-based actions part, because I always love games that reward players who really accomplish something special, and a cool costume to show this off can be a great way. Now let's talk about the 4 distinct characters, or classes if you will, that you would choose to play. You won't be creating a character in this game, but more so choosing a pre-made one that you will invest into. On Steam, it says 4 distinct characters with thousands of variations await you. Provide endless combinations and playstyles to adopt while outsmarting foes and executing the perfect heist with your friends. So these 4 distinct characters include the Ranger, the Hunter, the Brawler, and the Mystic. Let's go over them. The Ranger is the legendary leader of Outlaws and has returned to bring justice to the Greenwood. Thought long dead after being executed by the state, the hooded hero wields a sinister-looking longbow and brings death to those who oppress the downtrodden. The Ranger's weapon is the longbow. With an affinity for archery, the Ranger is precise and potent over long distance. Charge arrows for increased power or quick fire within a limited range. The Ranger's trait is Scout. Survey the environment and tag targets for a prolonged duration. The Ranger's ability is Farsight. Channel the forest's power. Draw an ethereal arrow that explodes shortly after impact. For perks, which are what we can actually purchase, the Ranger's melee capabilities can be improved by letting him use his arrows as melee weapons. You can also customize him to become a better sniper, granting you more ability charge when you kill targets at long range. And the Ranger's gear is Flash. Blind targets for a short duration within a small area of effect using a volatile gunpowder gourd. The Hunter is rumored to be the heir of a powerful nobleman. The Hunter is carving a path of vengeance across the country with her crossbow and its mounted blade. Known never to make the same mistake twice, she has fashioned powerful weapons and tools improved upon every failure of her past. With a burst-fire crossbow attached to her bracer, the Hunter is as elusive as she is mysterious. Her quick takedowns, invisibility magic, and smoke powder grenades make her a terror in close quarters. The Hunter's weapon is the crossbow. The Hunter adapts to the handcrafted limitations of her weapon. Press to fire a single bolt or charge for a multi-shot, but effectiveness is reduced over range. The Hunter's trait is Shadow. A blade in the dark. Perform an assassination on state guards from any direction whilst concealed. The Hunter's ability is Shroud. Blend into your surroundings, becoming undetectable to guards and almost invisible to rival players. For perks, customize Marianne's crossbow to fire bolts at a faster rate and improve stability at the cost of ammo capacity. Stealthier options include resetting her invisibility every time she performs an assassination to create a deadly combo kill streak. And the Hunter's gear is Smoke. Cover the target area in a cloud of darkness, obscure visibility, and prevent tagging. This is definitely the stealthy class. The Brawler. After his creation led to the death of his parents, the former blacksmith vowed to never again build a weapon of war. Instead, he uses his hammer to bring justice back to Middleton so that he can someday rescue his sister from the clutches of the state. No man would dare face the mighty Brawler in a close-quarter combat. His sledgehammer is capable of downing some foes in a single blow, and when he activates his Wrath ability, he becomes nigh unstoppable. The Brawler's weapon is the Hammer. Robust and custom forged, the Brawler's hammer can deliver wide-ranging sweeps or a powerful overhead smash. The Brawler's trait is Resolute. Raise the portcullis gate, providing an opening for teammates during lockdown. We saw some clips of this in the gameplay. The Brawler's ability is Wrath. Unleash your inner beast, enhancing your offensive and defensive capabilities. For perks, the Brawler is capable of completing objectives faster, which includes the speed he carries the chest and his winching speed. So this is interesting because it tells us that other characters won't be able to carry the chest as fast, or might not even be able to carry it at all. You can give him abilities that improve his momentum in a brawl, like damage boosts after a streak of kills, or ability gain linked to the amount of damage taken. The brawler's gear is explosive. Kill all targets within proximity of the blast radius following a delayed fuse. And the final character is the Mystic. Trained at a young age to become an Inquisitor, the Mystic's blind obedience to religious scripture made him easily exploited by the state. It was only until his mentor was tortured, wrongfully accused by the people he served, when he decided to rebel against the government's iron fist. The Mystic brings divination and trickery to the battlefield. His mystical powers can detect nearby enemies, while his poisonous smoke bombs can bring unfortunate foes to their knees. The Mystic's weapon is the flail. Swing the flail to create space or launch it forward to perform a powerful impact, stunning enemies for a short duration to create openings for others. The Mystic's trait is Respire. Due to enhanced breathing, stamina is regenerated at a faster rate following usage. The Mystic's ability is Instinct. Embody the environment, highlight obscured enemies for teammates, and heal those within close range. For perks, the Mystic can channel vampiric powers to leech life from his opponents or choose to benefit from increased attack damage when at full health. And the Mystic's gear is Poison. Disperse enemies with a long-lasting elixir which drains stamina and impairs the vision of those affected. So it was mentioned that we can get new weapons, but I'm guessing that they're purely cosmetic. I'm not really sure if we'll be able to up the stats on our weapons, but I really don't know. We definitely know that for the perks, this is going to be where the characters are truly customized. Now, also on the company's website, we get to see what seems to be the 5 maps that will be included with the base game. And one of the first ones is called the Graveyard. I won't actually read all of this like I did for the classes because you guys will probably become quite bored, but I will include a link to this website below. So the Graveyard is called Gwydion's Rest, and it seems like there's going to be some catacombs that offer passage deep beneath the church, which is pretty cool. So there's going to be multiple entrances to get into these fortresses and find the chests. The second map is called the Marshland Newton Abyss, or Abbas. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of this stuff. This map looks pretty cool, and they state that those looking to infiltrate this imposing landmark must contest with the huge exposed marshland in their approach. So this doesn't seem like it's going to have underground catacombs like the other map did, but instead you're going to have to expose yourself at times, which will probably change up the gameplay quite a bit. And the third map is Coastal Care Merthier, or something like that. And this map looks like it's probably going to be my favorite, but then again, we don't know how they're actually going to play out. But you can see some boats down here, some water, some bridges, and what they tell us is that those who travel between keeps are totally exposed to the elements of this wild coastal region. So obviously all of these maps are going to offer a different style of gameplay. You're going to have to go through different trials to actually be successful. The next map is the Citadel called Lionsdale, and this map kind of gives off a Dark Souls, Bloodborne-ish vibe, and as you can see, the clouds are really dark. I'm not sure if this is going to change or not, but it'll be interesting to see. And they even tell us that there are secret entrances known to but a few that will allow access into the castle and its great stone keep. So this map is obviously going to be filled with various secret entrances that I'm sure over time we will all discover. It's going to be a lot of fun looking for them initially. And the last map that I think will be in the game is the Outpost New Barnsdale. And this map kind of gives off your medieval village type look, and they tell us that the outer walls are unfinished with wooden palisades in some places. This may afford an entry point for any outlaws brave or stupid enough to try stealing the collected toll monies. Once again, I'll repeat myself, all of these maps have very different approaches as to how you can get into the fortress and find the treasure. I'm not sure if the sheriff's location is going to change each time you play, but it's going to be a lot of fun and really scary the first couple times that you play this game and discover everything. So yeah, that's Hood, Outlaws, and Legends for you. I'm not really sure if this is going to end up being a long-term game, but maybe it will with the Battle Pass system, or if it's going to end up being a short-term game that you just play with your friends for a little while to keep you from getting bored, because who knows if we're going to have any games to play around that time. But either way, it's only $29.99 for the base game, which I think is a great price. It seems like they're going to have enough content. I see a lot of games these days charging $60 or even $70 for a game that's like a quarter the size of some other games that are $60. It just doesn't seem right, but $29.99 seems like a fair price if this game turns out pretty good. I'll definitely be testing it out for you guys. I think the major question will be is if these objectives on these maps will still be interesting after we've already mastered the maps. Not really sure. And then will the PvP be intense and competitive enough to keep people playing even after they have mastered the maps? And of course, will the PvP even be balanced? Not really sure. That's a question we have for almost every game that comes out. If you guys ended up enjoying this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's a huge help to my videos. I do all sorts of content on this channel, ranging from live streams to game reviews to comedy videos to class guides to lore videos and much more. I'd love to have some of you guys back for a future video. Until next time.